2002 Chevy Blazer LS, 4.3, 4x4, automatic. As much as I love these trucks, I hate how they put the front differential together. It's I think it's a 7.5, all aluminum, which I really don't like. But here's where the problem lies. This is, well, this would be the passenger side axle tube. Here's the differential. All this shit is inside of it. Problem being, on this one, the shift fork had some wear, and the engagement collar right here was starting to wear. I think what caused this was the vacuum switch on the transfer case. When you engage 4x4, the switch, it already has vacuum, but it releases vacuum to, I don't know if you can see it, this mechanism. It's a little rubber plunger under the battery tray, which then attaches to this cable, and then this end attaches to the shift fork. Problem being, when you push the four-wheel drive button, it's supposed to release the vacuum to this switch and then lock this collar, so as you can see, the passenger side locks in. Problem being, if that transfer case switch malfunctions or gets a bunch of gunk in it, what'll happen is, even when you're in two-wheel drive, it will try to pull this fork, and when it does, you're gonna get a noise similar to that. Sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you can't, but what it does is wear this edge, and this one's all good and cleaned up, but it'll wear this edge. So then, after time, it wears this gear down and flattens the teeth and burrs up the edges, and then this, oops, wrong way, this will not lock onto this. So if you're having problems with the four-wheel drive on, I think, pretty much any 95 to 05, S10, Jimmy, anything four-wheel drive, it's a good place to look. Just pop this cable off. Pop this cable off either on the front diff or under the battery box, and give a pull on it. Just a slight pull with a pair of pliers, or even if you can get your fingers in there. Sometimes you might want to have the passenger side jacked up a little bit just so you can spin the tire, but it should engage very easily. If it doesn't seem to want to engage, then this is probably going to be what's going on. This gear has stripped. It might not fully strip, but it only has to strip a little bit before this will not slide over. I've had it happen on, well, 2 out of 3 trucks now, this style, and a lot of guys point right to the transfer case switch. So once I get this all back together and working, I'm not going to hook up the four-wheel drive until I get a new switch. Just something to look for if you own one of these trucks and you can't figure out why it's not going in four-wheel drive. It's a good place to start.